In Mizoram's hilly capital, Aizawl, the basement of this house has become a refuge for these men. Moe, not his real name, is one of dozens who are living here with a limited supply of food. He walked 3 days and 3 nights to make it across the Indo-Myanmar border. He had to leave his family behind. 24-year-old Moe was a policeman in Myanmar. He's now living in hiding, far from his loved ones.
We received a command from our superior officers to shoot and kill protesters and innocent civilians. But we couldn't bring ourselves to follow these orders. We left our country to protect the people and to save ourselves.
Moe is among scores of Myanmar police officers who have escaped to the northeastern parts of India. They and their families fear repercussions back home for refusing to obey the military junta's orders.
Since the situation isn't getting better, I have no other choice. I want to try and bring my family here. We have to live here because it's not safe for us back home.
In this part of India, there is sympathy for the plight of those fleeing Myanmar, since they all share close ethnic ties. Mizoram has a 404-kilometer-long border with Myanmar's Chin state.
I remember in the old days, many of our Chin brothers and sisters would come from the Chin Hills in Myanmar, and we welcomed them into our homes. We became friends and went to school together, and we all knew that we came from the same community and that we were family.
Rangchal has witnessed a similar situation before. He saw an influx of refugees in the 80s when the military junta took control in Myanmar.
If we don't come to their aid, then who else will help? It is our duty, as they are our brothers and sisters.
A few kilometers away from the capital, more than 1,000 refugees who crossed the porous border are now living in this small town for the past month. A local NGO led by Peter Changte has come forward to help them.
The refugees came to Mizoram with no money, no food and shelter. They don't even have a change of clothes. So we have to think about their lodging, getting them food and bedding. Our organization is at the forefront of providing accommodation. We're trying to do our best.
Locals have donated various items which Changte is distributing today.
These are some essential items that our brothers and sisters need right now at the camp. But due to reasons of security and their safety, we will just hand it over to them here.
India's federal government and Mizoram state government are at odds on how to deal with those fleeing Myanmar. Last month, the BJP-led government at the center issued an order to authorities in the region to prevent an illegal influx of refugees and to identify and deport illegal migrants. But the Mizo National Front Party, which is in power in Mizoram, opposes this.
We are not very happy with the standing instruction of the Ministry of Home Affairs that they should not be allowed to enter Mizoram and that they should be, turned back. Our sympathies lie with the people who come across the border to seek refuge in our land. And therefore, we would like to give them the basic facilities, amenities, and protection.
For Moe, the deportation order is like a sword hanging over his head. He believes that sending him back to Myanmar will be a death sentence.
My biggest fear is that they'll tell us that we can't live here and send us back to Myanmar.
As the Myanmar military shows no signs of loosening its grip on power, for Moe and thousands of others, the hope is that India can provide them the sanctuary they need.